Let's talk about the Angels. They're out of gas. Angels look like they're out of leadership. Mike Trout no longer looks to be the same player. And the worst part of it all, the Angels got beat by the Texas Rangers on Wednesday night, 20-3. Ooh. The Angels, it was so bad. They left their starter in to give up 11 runs. They pitched both their first basemen in the 7th and 8th innings of that blowout last night. That's how bad it was, how lopsided it was. That is as bad as I've seen Angel baseball maybe forever. It's only the third time in the history of the franchise, it was back to 1962, only the third time they've given up 20 runs in a game. Got beat by Texas 20-3. Mike Trout's hitting .233. He's not hitting home runs either. Luckily, they've got some people that are hitting Taylor Ward, hitting Joe Adell, 28, 29, 30 home runs, but they're both hitting in the 230s. Zach Neto really looks gassed. Hoppy looks gassed. They just don't have enough players. And, they lost 99 last season, and suddenly this thing has totally gotten away from them. They lost 9 of their last 12. The other story has to do with Ron Washington. This was something I mentioned within hours after Ron Washington left the Angels in June. I said I feared there was a cardiac issue there. Now we find out he left them on the 27th of June. They did 7 hours emergency surgery on June 30th, quadruple bypass. Ooh. Now, he is lucky he did not have a massive heart attack. It might have killed him, but they got in there and they found it. But, John, a quadruple bypass, that is significant. He was in the hospital for 4 straight weeks in rehab. He doesn't have his strength back, etc. He's obviously glad to be alive. He said the doctors have saved his life by virtue of what happened when they were on this road trip. But at the end of the day, it's a 73-year-old man that's lucky to be alive. Has to change his lifestyle. Says he will never, ever smoke again. He'd smoke like a chimney. Obviously, the stress, the diet, the hours, the alcohol, etc. It really caught up to him. So with everything else that's gone badly for the Angels, Ron Washington's life has been saved. Thankfully, had he had a heart attack, he probably would have died. Just an absolutely stunning, stunning story there. Boy, you talk about a bad week for Halo baseball it is.
Yeah, it's like the dog days of summer for them. I mean, they're having all these struggles. I'm sure the young players are kind of getting worn out right now, and they're probably thinking, hey, man, we don't have a chance. Maybe they're kind of checking out a little bit.
I don't know if they quit. They just don't have enough people. And they have no pitching at Salt Lake City. They keep bringing up Jack Kuchanowicz, who they brought up here and left in there to give up 11 runs in that debacle in Texas. And he can't pitch at the major league level, yet they keep bringing him back because they have nobody left at this time. So a lot of the rental free agents they tried, 2/3 of them failed. And it's just a disaster.
When is Ron Washington coming back? And if so, when?
He wants to manage next year. At this point, there's been no discussion. Perry Minasian would not even answer the question. And again, that's to be addressed at the end of the season and the offseason. And who knows whether or not if this thing totally craters, totally bottoms out, hell, if they get to 90-plus losses by the time we get to the finish line, whether Minasian's job is going to be safe or not. This has to be as low a moment as they've had under Artie Moreno right now. All the injuries, all the troubled players, all the big contracts that blew up in their face, and then this, to see your manager nearly die on a road trip, and then to see this team just go into a pothole and give up 20 runs to the Texas Rangers, who aren't having a great season themselves.
Well, didn't it just seem like maybe a month ago or so we were feeling a little bit optimistic?
Yeah, they claw their way back towards the 500 mark,
exactly.
And then boom, they go right off the table.
Exactly right.
Just not having enough players. Angel fans, feel free, jump on board. Fans Forum chat box is open. The only piece of good news is doctors saved the life of Ron Washington. One other note before we get to halftime.